swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Clemson Tigers taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Tigers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Looking to throw on first down. Floats it out in space. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, the portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go ball. Go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. On target over the middle. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour. Touchdown, Arkansas! All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Finding open areas. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. throw to the air. Finds his tight end. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5.
Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. He's stopped. Not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, and goes and makes the INT.
Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs...
Breaks into the open. All down, Adele move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Remember some of the years when the Hogs spent a lot of time in the Wildcat just running it? You don't have to do that with this guy at quarterback.
And it just makes you less predictable, right? You got a running back in there, you know you're not going to throw it very much, but when they do have the ability to push the ball down the field and get some guys out of the box, it makes this offense even more exciting.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to fire on second down. Got his man out of the backfield. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
The Razorbacks come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Looking to throw for it. Here comes the heat. Trying to get rid of it. Forced to just throw it away on third down, and now they face fourth.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. He's got it on the right. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Arkansas.
And the Razorbacks look to keep this drive humming.
Cricket.
Try to barge their way in. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1. On second and goal, he carries again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
All right, interesting decision for you now. How confident are you in your offense? You got a big 4th down. It is early in the game. Do you feel like your guys can go out and generate a touchdown, or do you want to play it safe and kick the field goal?
Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Might be changing the route. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pressure coming. And the quarterback made himself at home in the pocket until the defense finally raided his house. Down he goes.
Great job in coverage by the defense. He just had nowhere to go with the ball.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Looking downfield on first down. Snags it on the right. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Clemson. Once he got some room, it was over.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And now they just have one remaining in the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. And the Razorbacks in the hurry up. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. All kinds of time in the pocket. Down the middle it goes. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. It's Averill. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Oh, they're after him! Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Razorbacks decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw on first down. Snags it inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. change this route. They'll start this drive with a pass. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. To the air on second down. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Got his man downfield. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They have this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in the rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him, so I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Finds a tight end. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36. And the Tigers line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to go up top on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you know, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Got the quick pass. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Quarterback adapting. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. Pulls it in. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him move him inside. You see him move him outside. You see him move him in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And the Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Going to sling it on second down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Gets the back moving. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They are getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And what a turn of events as his defense gets the pick 6.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
They're going to go ahead and go for 2 here and try to make it a field goal game. Scanning the field, it's Marshall. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
And these decisions to go for 2, you see more and more of it throughout a game, chasing points. And then in the end, you wonder if this just comes back to bite you.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. Finding an escape route. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the back in the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. These 2 quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There were a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Arkansas, 16.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He found his man and zipped it in there, and they've got a 1st down in the red zone at the 11.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? By going down.
Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Yeah, and how about this offense, man, putting another drive together, getting in the end zone. And here's the deal. Going on the road, handling these conditions in game 1, they've done a phenomenal job.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. West Virginia is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Morgantown. They're trailing by 10 to Ohio. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Here's a Heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the 4th quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field.
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The returner is tackled down at the 43. And the Clemson offense will take over 1st and 10.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. They have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Here comes the option. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Got a man in the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. The Tigers will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They'll go to the air. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. He might want another play. Motion from the wideout. To the air. It's Marshall. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now, 1st and 10 from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man, it's Averill. Can't get him to the ground. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. After this, it'll be a wrap. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Rushes on him. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a